The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And all the way up to the 46.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Winston. Flushed out right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give to Kamara running right. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference to call, and that's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Winston. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Saints. From 10 yards out, and the Saints have taken the early lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And able to get this out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson escaping the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing going on first down. It's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the red zone now, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little timed well, incomplete.
On second down, Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. This is caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return is Duvernay. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And Jackson throwing once more. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Winston trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 30 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. After the interception, here's Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here, Winston. He sets to fire deep. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. The return is Duvernay. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Oh, good move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he'll go down at the 28. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Edwards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw is Jackson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 77 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return is Duvernay. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Right back to Brown. This time he's got it. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All big two-point conversion attempts to lead a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas.